Previously on TheSalawag, why it's great, gut reaction.
And midichlorians. Okay, let me talk about fucking midichlorians, you goddamn whiny babies. I remember talking about midichlorians with one of my first film mentors in high school. He was a network administrator, and he always let me use his office to edit. Fred, really great friend of mine. I haven't talked to him in a long time, so maybe I'm a bad friend, but he was so annoyed with midichlorians. He grew up with the original Star Wars. It's like, what the hell is with the midichlorians? Isn't the point of Star Wars it's supposed to be this mystical energy, right? And look, on the one hand, that is how it's presented in that film. And you kind of have to look at the time period. Mysticism, witchcraft, these were big things of the period. But I'm growing up in a time of computers. I'm growing up in a time where technology is changing. I've already grown up with both Terminator and Jurassic Park, both of which, the whole point of those movies is that technology can change so rapidly that the entire world will be affected like that. Like that. The whole point of AI will become conscious, and we can create we can resurrect dinosaurs from the blood of a mosquito that's trapped in amber from 65 million years ago. That's crazy. I mean, that's insane. So to me, the whole notion of discovering that the Force actually is midichlorians, and again, George Lucas goes into this. He says no. It's not explained in the original trilogy, but this was always a part of my mythology that midichlorians are the literal living organisms that are the Force that connect the whole universe. That really, when you're using the Force, it's a bunch of living organisms that are communicating with each other. And so with that in mind, I also just think it's, especially today when supposedly, a couple years ago, we discovered the God particle, the Boson particle, whatever that is. If, in an age where we're literally on the brink of discovering our origins on a cosmic level, it's not, to me, a big leap to say that you can scan someone's blood and find out that they have the Force. Again, I grew up with the X-Men. So literally, like every day, it's like, oh, we scanned your blood, you're a mutant. You know what I mean? It's like, they didn't even need to scan blood in the X-Men. They could just look at you and be like, oh, that's a mutant. I looked at you, you're a mutant. I mean, there's nothing apparent. Oh, no, now you're shooting electricity out of your hand. Yeah, I knew you were a mutant because my sensor said you are. So to me, it's really not a bizarre thing at all that you can just check someone's blood and there's the midichlorian count basically tells you like, oh, the force is literally strong with this one. And people are just so offended by this. But I'm like, in a post-Jurassic Park world, and in a post-Higgs-Boson particle world, in a post-X-Men world, how is midichlorians really that surprising and shocking and weird? I don't get that. I'm on the opposite side of that. I'm like, I don't get, this isn't weird. This isn't weird, but midichlorians is weird. You're weird. You know what I mean? It's just like, you want magic. And I think that's the whole thing, is everyone wants Santa Claus. No one wants to find out that Santa Claus isn't real. So when you hear the Force is this mystical, unexplainable thing, and no one ever said it was unexplainable, it just wasn't explained. Okay? It's just, okay, my midichlorian rant is over. Or is it?